Yeah, and welcome back to Dark Side Gaming and Haut-Beyleron. Yes, that's right, we are back here at Haut-Beyleron doing our best to get some European farming underway. Alright, so we are in the midst of our harvest. Now, you may have already noticed, we are now August the 1st, we just skipped ahead a couple of days. For no other reason other than the fact that we're going to have 3 or 4 days of doing nothing while we waited for the next crop to come in. So I thought, well, you know what, bugger it, we'll just get things done. So we skipped ahead. So it's important though that we get our crops harvested in a timely manner though as well. So as of today, August the 1st, we've got 3 other fields have got their crops come to a harvestable state. So 43, 44 and 37. 43 has canola, 37 and 44 have sorghum. So obviously because of the way the planting and the harvesting and all that sort of goes, the canola needs to be harvested first, obviously, because otherwise we get to the end of August and it's going to wither. Whereas a sorghum, we've got 2 months to get that harvested. So what we're doing is just tidying up the little bits down here of the canola field, and we're going to turn off the combine now, and what we're going to do is we're going to head on over. I'm going to shortcut across the road onto the adjacent area of our other field here. We're going to head up, and we are going to, preferably without trying to wipe out all our crop, we head on over here to our other canola field and get that harvested as well. So that's the plan for today. So obviously the last episode we did a few significant changes, I guess, for want of a better term. We removed our grapes. And we've put some sheep in, and yeah, so we removed everything to do with the grapes. So we removed the grape processing plant, we removed all the equipment, we removed the grapevines from the field, and as well as that, we also repurposed that field into a bit of flat area, and that's where we've now got our sheep. And the plan is probably to put a cow pen in there as well at some point, but for the moment, we're just going to continue on where we're at. So we're going to harvest this big canola field, and this is going to take some time with this combine harvester in a large field, but it is just the way it is. So unfortunately, that's what you got to look forward to, is just some harvesting. Anyway, we'll try and mix it up with some other stuff in between, like some pallet moving to the warehouse and stuff like that, but by and large, we've got a couple of days of full-on harvesting. Now, we don't have the money to go and buy a new combine or anything else like that, so that's out of the question at the moment. However, it does beat the question, if another Deutz-Fahr top liner was available in the second-hand shop at a really decent price, because they're not an overly expensive harvester to start with, would I purchase another one and have 2 of these running? Well, yeah, I probably would. I would, however, probably also get the slightly bigger header. It's not the Deutz-Fahr one, but we would get probably a slightly bigger header just to help us get through the crop a little bit quicker. Not from speed perspective, but certainly just from the amount of crop we can cut and thresh and all that at the one time. So that's certainly what we would probably look at doing. But in the meantime, we're just going to run through, get the header rows done on this field, and then we're going to get the hired hand to do the work here, and then we're just going to go to and fro in delivering and sending that to the processing plant. Because as we said before, the canola is going to go straight to our oil processing facility to produce our canola oil, and then that's where we're going to make our profit. Right, so all up here. But anyway, so that's the plan at this point in time. We've obviously got quite a few sunflower fields to harvest when that comes into play at the start of next month, I think it is. Pardon me. Let me just put this on cruise control. Oh, it's not going to make any difference. Let me have a quick look. But yeah, so that's where we're at the moment. We're in August. So in September, no, it's 2 months away. So October, that's right. So in October, we'll be harvesting the sunflower. So we've got all this time to get these fields harvested, and and then in October we get back into more harvesting. Now, I'm not going to record every single second, as you know from previously the way we do things here. We're not going to spend the whole time harvesting and have 5 episodes in a row of just full on harvesting. We'll do a little bit of it off camera and sort of skip a little bit of it, all that sort of stuff, and just sort of break it up a little bit. But you'll see generally the start and the end of the harvest of a field, and just sort of go that way. But hopefully that keeps you happy. If not, well, too bad. That's what we're doing here. Anyway, all right. So we're just going to continue through here. Once we've done this top area of the field here, and we head back down where we started, then we're going to do some runs. So what they'll be, well, they're not quite north-south runs either. But we'll end up doing, depends on what the hired hand wants to do. We'll just set him up and just let him do whatever angles he wants to do, and just leave him there, or her. So who knows? Alright, around we go again. Then, as you can tell, I mean, this is a bigger field, and it's not as big as the other field that we got over the other side of the river that we bought. That's got the sunflower in it, and this combine is probably not the slowest. Oh, that's terrible. Sorry, pardon me. It's not the slowest. There are a number of combines that run at 10 kilometres an hour in the field, but certainly one of the smallest. So it's not as efficient to manage as what some of the other bigger combines are, whether it be the Class, the John Deere, the Massey Ferguson, the Deals, whatever. It's just not quite the same in efficiency in relation to how much you can get done in one go. Alright, so we're going to put the hired helper on here. I'm going to do it for you, I reckon. So he's up and running. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to grab the tractor and trailer, and we're going to come over. I'm going to empty off the combine where it is now, and then we're going to go empty this load into the factory. And then what we'll also do is we'll start prepping this field for turnaround, because these smaller fields here, I want to put some wheat in those for this cycle, because we want to garner, number one, some wheat, but also get some straw. And the easiest way to do that is to do it with wheat, so we're going to get that done, and yeah, we should be pretty much good to go from that point onwards. Wait until he does this next row, and then we'll empty him from going from the top down. We're just using the smaller trailer that we bought for the sheep, because this will take 2 to 3 loads from the Deutz-Fahr anyway, and because we're using the smaller tractor, we're not using the Xerion. It'll get up and down the inclines here on this field particularly a lot easier. We're having to worry about struggling up or down a hill at any point in time. So just makes a bit more logical sense to use this one. Wait for him to come and turn. As you can see, we also did remove that CB mod that we experimented with in the last episode. It drove me batty, it really did. So yeah, we got rid of it. Didn't last very long. If it triggered you in any way, shape or form in the last episode, I do apologise. It sort of triggered me. But it is now gone. You won't see that back here, I don't think, anytime soon, if at all, ever. Alright, so just going to empty him off, and then we'll take this down. Now, we haven't got too far to travel from this field to the processing area, so that's okay. I'm very close to filling up this trailer with this load anyway. Well, I don't think we're going to empty the combine entirely. No, the race is not. No, we left 8% in it. That's okay. Alright. So we'll head down, we'll drop this off. The factory should have already started producing or produced some oil from the other field, which we'll see in a second, but I was sort of fully expected it would have already processed some, if not most of that, because it has been a couple of days, and yeah, I can see some oil there. That's okay, that's all good. Alright, into the loading point as I go through all the shrubbery instead of following the asphalt gravel. Okay, and we'll unload, and what we'll do is we'll have a bit of a look-see and see what the status of the factory is. Right, so I think it was all out of oil. So what we're going to do is I'm going to... no, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. I'll let it build up. That's fine. Okay. Here we go. So we've emptied him off, which is excellent. We've got some eggs over there that need to be put away, as you can see. Yeah, we've got things to do still. Alright, what we might do is while we're waiting for the combine now to fill up, we might just head on over, grab the Xerion and go turn over that canola field and start prepping that. So we'll leave him here. He's at what, 20%? That's okay. So we're going to shut this engine down. We're going to grab the Xerion. Now the Xerion, I am going to need repairing. If you look at him, he's a little bit worse for wear. So we are going to give him some repair time. So I think it's going to cost us probably about 20 grand for the repair of this thing. So let's go have a look. Hopefully it's not much more than that. Repair, 24 grand. There you go. There we go. So we repaired that. Paint condition, don't care about. Does need a wash, but anyway. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look and see what our field needs. So field 41 is one we're talking about now. It doesn't need ploughing seemingly, so we just need to give it a bit of cultivation. Doesn't need any lime either, which is okay. So this field up here is going to need some lime on the next application, but it's just a matter of cultivating it in. So I'm going to grab our big new Vatastat cultivator, which we bought a couple of episodes back on special, the used vehicles sales. And we're going to go get that field done, and that'll be done very, very quickly now. Right. Unfold him. Okie day. Let's get it done. So as we said, there's the area that used to have the grapes in it, and we've got our sheep and all that in there now. So a bit of work to go on in there, but we're going to wait till we've got some more cash that we can splash around before we do any more work in there. Plus also if we want the cows, well, that can be a bit of an expensive, bit of an expensive purchase as well. So we're not going to jump straight into that. I think the cheapest, what am I doing? I think the cheapest cow shed's like 300,000 or something. So I mean, the sheep pen itself was 220,000. So I mean, it's not as if it's just a few thousand we need to spend. We need to have a bit of money there, and we need to have the crops to support as well. So we need to do some more mowing, which we're going to do very soon as well. In fact, we can do that while we're waiting for the harvest to go through as well. And then baling into silage, because I need plenty of silage for the cows. We've got about 400,000 grass at the moment in the silo. So we've got enough grass. I do want to put in, as I said before, a grass dryer. So that will come at some point in the future. And and then we'll have hay to use for the sheep and the cows, which is fine. I need some straw, which is obviously going to come from our wheat planting for the fields from there, and from there we should be pretty much right once we've got some of those running. So there's no, now we've got a couple of bigger fields, there's no need to be running one crop in all the fields. So like for instance running sunflower in virtually all the fields like we have been. We can leave the sunflower and canola in the two big fields, and that can be what supports our production of oil, and all the other fields can be used for supplementing our animals, so for things like wheat, grass, things like that. So we can sort of run those through. So we can, like for instance, we can do the grass field, do 2 grass fields for one instance, and then have the rest of the wheat fields, something like that. So in fact, probably a nice idea would be have those 2 fields in the south there. So where we've got 42 and 38, have them both grass fields, and have the rest as a wheat field or sorghum field for the initial couple of runs. So that would probably work out as well. All right, where are we at? So the combine's still only at 58%, so we'll get going. Right, so off we go again, and we'll just get this done. So we might just get this whole field cultivated before we have to go over and empty the combine. That'd be nice. Another task done in between offloading the combine. I mean, if not, what we could always do is just put this on a hired hand to finish it off. But probably not doing that. Actually, I think I might do that because the combine's about to turn around. No, we won't. We'll leave it. Let's just do it manually. Let's just get it done. Not bad ass about. Let's just dive in, get the job done, and get out of here. We've probably only got, what, 2 runs to go anyway. Maybe 3. So, not too much to do. All right. Yeah, so there'll be 2 more after this. 1 full run and then the partial. That's okay. And we'll be finished just in time for the combine to be at 100% full. So that's good. Almost there. Yeah, so these fields over here, we'll turn them into grass fields. This field and that field there will make into wheat, and that should be enough probably. If we just keep that running in that cycle for a little bit, we should build up more than enough to support us going forward. I may change. Actually, what we might do is we'll leave that field ahead of us now, 44. We'll leave that as sorghum probably, and then or we'll rotate that one between like sorghum or whatever, or soybeans, whatever we decide to do. The other field over the other side of the road, though, that will be our wheat field, another primary wheat field. I think that's what we'll do. Anyway, so that's it, done. So I'm going to fold up the Vetastat, take it back to the farm. We don't need that anymore for now. And we can head on over and offload the combine shortly. And then, like I said, what we might do is we might grab the mowers and go off and start mowing around the fields, and then we can pick that grass up as well. So we've got that put away or collected as silage bales and put them to the side for a while. Either way, doesn't matter which way we do it, to be honest. All right. Okay, so he's obviously not happy with the position of my tractor. What we'll do actually is I will just get in there. I'm going to turn that off, open that up, and then we'll offload it now, and then we can restart him while he's empty, so it's okay. Right. %, empty. Almost there. And done. Right, pipe in. Rinse and repeat. Right. And away we go again. Nice and simples. Right, there we go. He's off. Okay, so we're going to leave this here. I'll just turn the engine off. He's not going to be in the way there now. We're going to come back to the Xerion and we're going to grab the mowers. The mowers are just over here. We're going to go over the other side of the river. We're going to mow around the newest field in the farming. What was I going to say? Arsenal? I couldn't think of the word I was going to use. But yes, we're going to head on over there and we'll get that started. And then we'll come over this side and get all the grass over this side as well. And then we'll grab the baler and we'll go bale it all up. So here's our big field over here. Lovely canola. Sorry, sunflower. Canola. Canola on the brain at the moment, obviously. Right, we are going to unfold. Oops, wrong button. I want Control X. There we go. We're going to make sure that our work mode is in swath dropping, which it is. We're going to lower. And we're going to power them up, and off we go. And we'll just keep an eye on the combine to see when he gets close to 100%, and then we'll head on over and offload him as we need to. Damaging a little bit of the sunflower here. I'm actually not, but to all intents and purposes, if I was running a mower over it like that, I would be damaging it. But anyway, we'll take the good with the bad. We'll just get as much of this sort of cut out as we can. And like I said, we'll come around, we'll bale it with the fast baler, and we'll be all tickety-boo again. Oh, really didn't do that very straight at all. Anyway, it's all good. So just by doing the adjacent areas to the fields, we actually do get a fair bit of grass. So I mean, really, we're not under that much pressure at the moment, and certainly when we initially get the cows and the sheep running, we're not going to be under that much pressure to have a lot of grass, because we're going to have a fair bit of grass coming off the fields. So that's not so much of an issue for us. What is the issue, I guess, is just making sure that we, as we develop and grow, as in we get more sheep, more cows, all that sort of stuff, that we've got enough feed there to support it, and we're not running out at an important point in time, and we start having animal deaths and all that sort of stuff, because that doesn't work in our favour. But anyway, I haven't had an animal death for a long period of time, so you should all be able to let me go on that now. It's only a matter of time. I think it's more good luck than good fortune. Right. Okay, so we've done that area through there. We'll come back through here and up through here. Now I can't go all the way over to the tree line because it doesn't allow me to. So we'll just do a little narrow strip through here. We can go a little bit further through this part here. That's about it. We don't want to lose grass by actually mowing in an area where it doesn't actually allow us to drop it because we don't own the land, because then basically we miss out on that product anyway. It would be nice if we could mow everyone's grass, like as in all the adjacent fields, and just keep everything all neat and tidy, but apparently the neighbours don't like that. They're not allowing us to do that, so that's okay. In fact, what I haven't tested, no, I should test, unless any of you have, is I should test to see if when we've got a job under contract for a field, whether we actually can mow around that field and collect the grass before we finish it. So effectively do the job on the field, mow the grass around the field, collect the grass, then finish the job off. Certainly would be one strategy. I'm not going to worry about going and getting that grass down there. It's just not really worth it. So I'm going to leave that now. Fold the holes up. I'm going to head back over the other side of the bridge, and we'll continue mowing over here. Starting through here. What's come by at 57%? It's okay. Still getting lots of stuff done. Right, off we go. Now I don't think the sorghum likes being mowed as much as the sunflowers do, so we're just going to leave that alone well and truly. Go all the way down here, we'll trim up all this grass here. Looks very bare down here now without our grape processing facility. But anyway, that's okay. We can deal with that. Right, lower away. Alright, what's he at now? 65%, so we'll get all this field area done as well before we have to go off and offload him. Cut it through here. Oh, actually, no, the sorghum's not affected by it. Oh, there you go, I thought it was. Put it like that. Which means I can also then just do a little bit of trickery and go all the way through there without wiping it out. Raise up the mower decks again. And away we go again. We'll try and get as much grass as we can when we do this, because otherwise it's a bit of a waste. But I have been known to leave whole areas because I've just forgotten to come back. I mean. Or I just take out the trees like I do there, and then we don't worry about our mowers anymore because they're broken. Get off the sorghum. It's like that area there. I keep forgetting to come back and do that little area there, for instance, but at the end of the day, it's not a deal breaker. See if I can get this. Don't think I've cut all this before. I think it's the same sort of thing. It gets too close to the edge and it doesn't. Oh no, it's going to just take it all. That's fine. Good. Worker nearly has a full grain tank, 80%. Okay, that's fine. Again, we're going to lower, or raise I should say. And what we're going to do now is we're going to head back over to where combine is, and we're going to mow around that field anyway, so minimise our travel time and all that switching into the tractors. Let's quickly jump into this. I would like to offload him before he turns, and then that way he can just continue on and not be interrupted. Okay, so just empty him off. Whatever happened to the combine waiting for me to finish emptying him before it accelerates off like that? Anyway. He's waiting now, that's the important part. 5% to go. And there we go. Right. And we're right next door to the plant, so it's just a quick hop, skip and a jump to offload into the factory. All right, and on that note, that is the end of the episode. So we are well and truly there. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you enjoy what we've been doing. We're going to continue with the harvest on this field. We'll probably bring you back when we've finished harvesting, and at that point, we probably would have finished mowing everything as well. So we'll continue the mowing, and then in the next episode, we'll continue on with our harvesting of the canola field, and then we'll get stuck into the sorghum. But we will also, the next episode, do the baling of the grass into silage bales. So we'll get that done then as well. So it's going to be a very busy couple of episodes, which is fine. That's what we like to see. And hopefully that will keep you entertained as well going along. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you as part of the Duck Sorley Gaming group. So yeah, if you do press that subscribe button, make sure you press that alarm notification icon as well, so you're made aware of when more videos like this are available on the channel. Don't forget also to press that like button as well, because that really helps us out with the damn Google algorithm, for the one better to say. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Right. Yeah, so it'll help us with the Google algorithm. So please don't hesitate to press that like button as well. And also leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Or you can be like Upsy Lazy and just give us random facts. And all right, Upsy, I do love you. Some of the stuff you post is funny as well. Anyway, I digress. Don't forget to come and join us on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and Facebook. All the details are down below in the description. And of course, most importantly, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Back here at Duck Sorley Gaming and Haut-Beyleron. See you all later. Bye.